Hey guys, what is up? CJ here, and a pretty big news day for you guys on this May 6th, 2015. Nothing earth-shattering, but a lot of interesting stuff that kind of supplements some stories that we've been talking about for the last few days, weeks, and months. So, let's get started, and I want to talk a little Suicide Squad at first, because this is actually not really like a retraction, but a correction to a previous news story I had done. David Ayer had talked about a little bit about Suicide Squad in an interview with Entertainment City, a Canadian, actually a Toronto-based Canadian entertainment TV show, and they actually got to go behind the scenes of Suicide Squad. Got some really cool pictures of Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag, Will Smith as Deadshot, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, and of course just the filming in general. It seems like a massive project, and they're filming downtown in the heart of Toronto. Really interesting to see them just running around the city, and they kind of make a joke about it. David Ayer joked that you wouldn't be able to do that in the harder-edged American cities, but I digress. So the correction is this: it turns out that Will Smith is leading the Suicide Squad, and somebody talked to me about that in the comments in that video. So you were right, dude. I apologize. You got that little bit correct. He did say himself that what he's creating here is a brotherhood. He says, I quote, "I'm creating a very real chemistry, and I have this incredible ensemble of actors led by Will Smith, who are basically playing dimensional characters with lives and souls." And a lot of people they talked to went on to continue talking about how this is a really interesting movie, and there's a lot of hype behind it, not only because of the list of actors, but also it's a movie. It's edgier, it's different, it's about the villains, really. So that is certainly, all those are reasons why I'm looking forward to the movie. So a little bit of a retraction for there. That's really, it was a little bit of like a puff piece. It was like, oh, look what's happening in Toronto. They're filming this big movie, and there wasn't a whole lot of new details that came out of that, but it is worth mentioning that that is official confirmation that Deadshot seems to be the leader of this team, and it seems like he's going to be the main character, I would say, of this movie. Now, staying in DC news, Supergirl has gotten an early series pickup at CBS today. I guess the pilot went over well. Is anyone shocked? This is the superhero golden age. I think it would have been bigger news if it wasn't picked up. But this is, of course, co-created and produced by Greg Berlanti. And he actually confirmed something very interesting today, that it is actually in the same universe as the CW. So that certainly is very interesting. This specifically is very interesting because previously we had been hearing only that it wasn't actually going to take place in the same universe, and I can only think that they decided it would be a good idea not to have like 6 or 7 different universes already running out there. So somebody at DC finally spoke up and said, hey, why don't we at least just have them show up? But what really interests me about this is that Deadline Hollywood, their little write-up about Supergirl, their little plot summary or synopsis, I guess you could call it, is born on the planet Krypton, Kara Zor-El escaped amid its destruction years ago. Since arriving on Earth, she's been hiding the power she shares with her famous cousin Superman. And that line just kind of is very interesting to me. I know, some of you are like, what's interesting about that? But that line just is interesting to me because they reference Superman, and there's been a lot of rumors that we would actually see Superman in a way show up, but it certainly is a very big question. Are they even going to have Superman at all, or is that just kind of like a tongue-in-cheek reference to the fact that, oh, everybody knows that she's, she's Supergirl or Superman, I would, and that's something to certainly watch going forward. Now, to wrap up the day, some, I guess you could call it, I would say it's no-brainer news, but I guess it was a question for a lot of people. Emily Van Camp will return in Captain America Civil War as Sharon Carter, Agent 13. Now, this is interesting, and I can only say it's a good thing, because she kind of got the short end of the stick, I guess you could say, in Winter Soldier as far as character and development goes. So much more was going on. It's a good thing that they're bringing her back for Civil War, although I'm not sure really how much more we're going to get out of her character in that movie, because there are already so many other actors on this film. It just seems to keep getting bigger and bigger. But it is also definitely just I think it's the most anticipated Marvel movie for a lot of people for a lot of good reasons. I mean, Civil War is such an iconic storyline that even if it's getting bigger and bigger at this point, it's got to be like, what, a 3-hour movie? And I mean, I would sit through that. But it's worth noting here, very interesting, that the only name she was given in Winter Soldier was Kate, and that was her alias when she was posing as his nurse neighbor. We actually don't know what her real name is in the MCU yet. We have no idea. It's unconfirmed. So she could be Sharon Carter. That would be a really interesting bit and a good way to work Haley Atwell into Civil War, maybe. But, you know, who knows? That is, as of yet, a mystery. So what did you think about today's top stories? Is there anything that I missed? And, you know, just comment with your thoughts on any of these stories and anything else that I might have missed in the comments below. And if you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe. So, signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.
Oh, hey! I hope you guys enjoyed what you just saw. I don't know what exactly you just saw, but I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you really did like it, go check out our other stuff. You know, we have social media, Facebook, Twitter. The link should be somewhere here. Also, we have other channels too. We have our movie, video game channel. We have our music channel. Obviously, our comic book channel too, because we know we do all that entertainment awesomeness. We also have a website. Go to our website, hybridnetworkyt.com. And check out our other videos. That's all I really have to say. It's Josh, and I hope you guys enjoyed what you watched.